Yes, dear viewers, your eyes do not deceive you. Not only have we left the confines of our home, but we have left the confines of our city as well as our country to once again visit my sister here in the United States. So here we are in Oak Park, Illinois, trudging across this suburban landscape, hiking a couple of miles to a local comic book store, an experience that I often talk about how jealous I am others have and I don't. And here we are, making it happen for us. So, One Stop Comics, further down this road, 20-30 minutes, here we come. Future Anshuman here. When we finally got to One Stop Comics, we found the place quite shrunken from what it has been before, and the proprietor told us because half of this has been lent out by the landlord to somebody else, making this shop a lot more crowded and crammed than it already was. They're also in the middle of restocking, reorganizing, and reshelving. But certain things, like all of these new releases by DC on the left, certain things remain the same. The rest of it is quite chaotic, which is a pleasurable type of chaotic to me. I spent most of my first half an hour here just trying to figure out what the shop was like. Looking over the new releases. Of course, it's Batman after Batman after Batman title in the Bs. I'm guessing that's what DC's priority is, like it always has been. But there are a shocking number of other titles as well. So DC, Image, Marvel, and maybe Dark Horse seems to be still big full lists. But the organizing and the reorganizing did give me an opportunity to sort of wallow in old and new titles mixed together, trade paperbacks and singles. Even in boxes, it's a little intimidating. This part of the shop, which was very narrow and barely squeezable through, it felt like that warehouse in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Who knows what kind of treasures lie back here, but it was obviously impossible to get through them. But these shelves, as disorganized as they may be, were still easy to go through if you had the time, which I believe I did, and I was thrilled, what can I say, to find comics that are looking interesting, including new releases like that Gru issue, The Last Mermaid, and that Extremity hardcover books that I'm wondering about. And then there are the Image Firsts, the $1 reprints of issues number 1, of which I decided to get Stray Dogs as well as I Hate Fairyland, 2 series that I've heard a lot about, and I thought I could try out their first issues in single form. More boxes, more trades. This is probably the Marvel section and the older Marvel trades. Age of Bronze, don't see that very often. There's Image Comics and more Image Comics, more Marvel, but you can see there are Fantagraphics, even drawn and quarterly, thrown in there. There are independent comics scattered all over the place, European comics, small shelves of collectibles and toys, as is to be expected. Battle Cat over there. And this is actually the reception. This is where you check out. The owner, the proprietor, told me that you've got to keep all the big oversized books back there because if they get even a little ding on them, people don't want to buy them. Ashwata actually picked up a lot more books than I did. I was trying to find interesting singles, and she found a whole bunch of trades, including some European comics that I'd never heard of. Maybe they'll be featured in a future haul video of some sort. Can you just imagine if I could have just sat down over here and tried to go through every single one of these things, how long it would have taken me? it was just not possible, I think, even after a couple of hours. But that Terry Moore Omnibus double box set did catch my eye. Maybe I'll go back for that. There is a 30% discount on all trade paperbacks and hardcovers in the store right now, which might mean that certain things would be a deal. But of course, as people know, I've got all these weight restrictions. But how can I resist? How much can I resist? There are these Disney Masters box sets too that I find absolutely gorgeous to look at, but at $60, I think, a set.